This is within the power of this government, because other state has done it. Let us do it by ourselves and then go to Delhi and say that we have a migrant population, we have problems with our people, economy of the state is this, it is not what it looks like.
After patiently hearing out all the members of the House, the Chief Minister Digambar Kamath assured the House to bring in a legislation to ban the sale of orchard and agricultural lands to non-Goans.
We have already got 2 bills passed by Uttaranchal government and Himachal government. How they have made legislation to protect the interest for the benefit of the local people by banning sale of agricultural land. I would also get a bill legislation from Karnataka as I suggested. We will see that a legislation is brought to ban the sale of agriculture and orchard land to the people outside the state. I think that could give a sizable help to the local people.
Mr. Kamath requested the members to modify the resolution to the extent where it suggested that Goa be granted special status on the lines of the special status granted to Himachal Pradesh and other northeastern states. The Kurturi MLA, Alexio Reginaldo Lorenzo, then amended the resolution and placed it before the House.
I would fully agree with the views of my colleagues in this House. Let there be unanimity about requesting the central government to give a special status. Now, in what way we want that special status? I think that we will have to still sit and discuss in detail before we go to the center. And that is why I would request my colleagues that in place of they have put up in a detailed way, I would suggest this House should pass an unanimous resolution saying that this House strongly recommends to the government of Goa to take up with the Union government the urgent need for granting special status to Goa, leaving aside the other things. That is what I would request the measure to modify these two.
And that resolution, only special status.
Okay. Because I may be permitted to amend it and take it up to
Urgent need for granting special status to Goa.
special status to Goa
With the last line.
and ensure that preserves its unique identity. No problem.
It is unique identity.
So the resolution is amended.
The Vishwa Hindu Parishad yesterday condemned the one-day closure observed by Catholic-run schools in the state. The Parishad carried out a rally from the Mahalakshmi temple in Panjim up to the KTC bus stand to mark their protest against the token closure of schools, which they termed as illegal.
चर्चीन एक गोष्ट ध्यानान येवपाक जाय की ह्या शाळांनी वचणारो गोंयकार आमचे पालक जे आसात तातूंत जवळ जवळ सगळ्या सर्रास 70% इतल्या प्रमाणात हिंदू पालक आसात ह्या ल्हान ल्हान विद्यार्थ्यांचे. एक म्हणजे अशा पद्दतीचो शैक्षणिक बंद करप म्हणजेच संपूर्ण देशभरान हो बंद जो आसा तो इल्लीगल बंद आसा.
It may be recalled that the educational institutions in the state and country belonging to the Archdiocesan Board of Education remained closed yesterday in response to an appeal made by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India to express solidarity with the victims of the recent communal violence in the state of Orissa. Meanwhile, the former MLA of Santa Cruz, Victor Gonsalves, yesterday condemned the attacks on Christians in Orissa.
India is a nation having many religions and many languages, many castes, and it is a shame to the country that Christians are attacked in Orissa. I want to say it's a shame because it is a government duty to safeguard every religion, every caste, every religion, whatever is existing in India.
It is indeed unfortunate that in a country like India, known for her unity in diversity, it is gradually getting engulfed by communal conflagration. We'll spill into a short break now. Stay with us. Welcome back. Many families in the state partially depend on food commodities supplied by the state government under the public distribution system. To avail of the same, a family needs to produce a ration card. And under the new guidelines of the state government, now even procuring a simple ration card is quite a time-consuming ordeal for the residents of Tiswadi Taluka.
Step 1. An applicant has to first procure an income certificate, which requires the applicant producing an affidavit stating the income particulars of the family and then get it notarized by the Mamladar of Tiswadi, whose office is situated in the capital, Panjim. This may well take an entire day, as presently there are around 48,000 families with ration cards in Tiswadi Taluka, and the Mamladar's office in Panjim is inundated with approximately 700 to 800 affidavit requests every day. Step 2 involves producing the notarized affidavit at the applicant's respective panchayat so as to procure an income certificate stating that the annual income of the family is less than rupees 1 lakh. And finally, step 3 involves submitting this income certificate along with the old ration card to the Sarpanch of the applicant's panchayat to complete the process. Mr. Roundekar also told our reporter that as opposed to paying a notary between rupees 50 to rupees 100 for notarizing an affidavit certifying income, the same could be obtained at no charge from the Mamladar's office, and hence large lines of people were seen at the office.
See, government only civil supplies department has asked the people to obtain income certificate. So people are coming to execute affidavits for getting income certificate from respective panchayats or municipalities. People have to execute an affidavit. And here in my office, affidavits are executed free of cost. If they go out to a notary for executing their affidavits, they charge between 50 to 100 rupees, some also charge 150 rupees. So since it is getting free of cost here, people are standing in queue in my office. Otherwise it is not necessary that they should come only here. If somebody who doesn't want to be in a queue, they can directly go to the notary and get the affidavits executed.
Although a limited time period of 1 hour has been allocated for notarizing the affidavit at the Mamladar's office, Mr. Roundekar informed our reporter about the extended timings to deal with the rush of applicants.
No, timings are not kept only up to 12:30 these days. Timings, we have extended our time since morning till 5:36. I have been doing affidavits last week. Basically it is for Tiswadi Taluka, but what happens, people from Betim area, they find it very convenient. Panjim is very closer to them than going to Mapsa. So some of them also come in this side. See, otherwise I used to keep only one person to execute, do that affidavit thing, because we used to get hardly 100, 200, 300 affidavits. But now looking at the crowd, I have to put 4 people to do the stampings. One person has to write the names and one person has to fill the register, and then they go to respective Joint Mamladar, Executive Magistrate to execute the affidavit.
Goa 365 also spoke to people who had queued up at the Mamladar's office in Panjim, who voiced the difficulties faced by them in the procurement of a simple ration card.
They may not get PDF quota. So people, there is a fear in their mind that if they don't get this income certificate, then they may not get PDF quota. See, they have to produce an income certificate showing that their income is less than 1 lakh rupees. Then only they will be getting this PDF quota.
The Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as part of their centenary celebrations, will institute an award in memory of late Umesh T. Mabre, former chief reporter of the Navin Times, in collaboration with the Goa Union of Journalists. Speaking at the press conference, Suhasini Prabhugaonkar, President of Goa Union of Journalists, elaborated on the eligibility criteria to qualify a journalist for the award and requested eligible journalists to give in their entries.
And this award, let me say specifically, it is for a professional working journalist and who has served this profession in Goa for last 5 years. The write-up or analytical writing or anything on something like besides advertorial supplement, it could be Sunday supplement, it could be some feature, but it has to be pro-industry. Definitely, we must have a positive outlook. Industry can be tourism, infotech, biotech, mining, real estate, agro, entertainment and other industries.